Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus once again, guys. Thank you for your support. So I'm going to change things up a little bit on the format, on how I teach you guys Madden from my perspective. I'm going to be using kind of a whiteboard type situation when I break down some of my plays. I want to show you a play that I had really good. I've been having some good success with a lot of, because man coverage is the meta right now. You need to have plays that are going to basically beat your opponents against man coverages. And what I love about this particular play is that it really forces your opponent to decide how they're going to defend it, and it's going to force them into hybrid coverages. And if they do hybrid coverages, it's going to put them in a situation where they can give up some one-play touchdowns. So I'm going to run this particular format. It's going to be a little bit different from what I normally do. I'm going to have some whiteboard stuff, but I just wanted to show you basically how this game works. Now on offense, I'm actually using the West Coast playbook, and I want to show you a particular play that I'm going to feature on this particular play right here. It's this play right here, which essentially is the Z spot. Now, how I set this particular play up is I like to go ahead and take Hopkins. So guys, I want to show you. I like to take Hopkins and put him on a whip route. Meaning I'm going to be looking for this area right here for a quick pass against man coverages. Also, the way this play works is I've got this corner route right here that's going to get usually leverage coverage. I can hit this. I don't look to the running back route because the corner above it is going to be above it, so I'm going to be able to get some big completions on it. And then I've also got this dig route that I can hit, usually right over the middle of the field if my opponent starts playing flats and stuff like that. Now, this route right here, I'm going to streak out to basically try to give myself a clear out route. But another thing I started doing, you'll see this in the gameplay, is I actually put this guy on a smoke where he just kind of stuck right here. And the reason I did this is that I didn't want this defender to float up and actually be able to make a play down onto this corner route. So that's how I ran this particular play. So let's just go ahead and just show you this play in action where basically I'm looking to the corner route. Now, just to go back to what you can see with this defender, his user, he's using this guy right here. So when I see that, I want to try to go away from where the user's at. So that's why I have this place set up a certain way, is that it allows me to basically go ahead and attack different areas of the field. So my scheme is using a bunch of different types of different types of plays and running plays and stuff like that. So this offense is not really designed. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this once again with the way I'm reading this. So I'm looking. This is going to be my first read right here. I'm going to go ahead and look to this guy as my next read, and then I'm going to look to this guy as my third read. Now, that's going to be my third read. And the reason why is that this deep corner route just takes a long time to develop, and just to be able to spin your head from over here to get it over to here, you're not going to be able to read all the coverages. So that's why I like to go basically to the one right here, over the top two, then three, and then I could probably look for the running back four and maybe the guy over the top on five. But I'm really looking at only just the three routes with this particular coverage. So let's just go ahead and run this play. So you can see right here, this guy is using this area. I've already hit it once. So my goal is to go ahead and I don't like the over the top because he's floating around. He could pick me off. So I'm going to go to over here. I'm going to look to, this is going to be my next area that I want to go to with this route from a progression standpoint. Now, because of the separation using Hopkins, I can go ahead and force that whip in because of the separation. But that's the key to this way this play is broken down. Now here's another play that I actually blend into this scheme, and I like to try to motion out this out route and try to hit this guy in the comeback right here. But you can see this guy's actually bearing down on me, and unfortunately I'm not able to go and get that. I might actually go ahead and get rid of this in my my scheme just because it takes so long for that route to develop. This play that I'm actually using right here is more of a cover three beater. So let's go ahead and jump into this real quick. Now this is zone beater. This is more of a cover 4 beater, and maybe I might be able to show you the coverage on that. So we're just going to run to that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next play. So the next play is basically a cover 3 beater. So I've got this corner route going out this way. I've got this post that's going over this way. And the natural route is coming underneath. And I've got this other route coming under like this and then going straight up. So this is a part of the concept that we're looking at. Against cover 3, what I like to do, because I've got this double post, I've got this post route and this corner route, is I'm finding that my best way to do this is set this up is to streak this guy up and then leave this on a wheel. Another thing that I'm doing now is I'm actually just, instead of keeping this guy on a streak, I'm going to go ahead and set it up like that. Now, watching this play, this is all man coverages, and this is the right read right here. This is a good read. He should have leverage, but watch the ball. The ball actually just comes out a little bit late. I probably should have highballed it, and he actually undercut it and got a nice little completion with the man coverages. So that's the only disadvantage about using, these bad teams. You occasionally just get those missed throws like that. So right here you can see I'm coming back to this route right here. So once again, I'm looking for leverage right here. This is my 1, this is my 2, and this is my 3 with my progressions. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. You can see his users over here, so I'm not really liking that. But here's the open area right here. This is where I want to go and throw the ball because his user's down here to take that away. And you can see I can complete it. Now, see how this defender is actually playing this right here? He's right in this area. With that, I have to make sure that I'm pulling this defender down, pulling this defender out of this passing lane, so I can open up this corner around a little bit better. So that's an adjustment I made in game a little bit more. All right, so back at this particular play, this is more of a cover 3 beater. You can see he's showing me kind of a cover 3 shell. The best way to run this particular play is to streak this guy up and then probably put a backside drag over here. And you could block this guy if you wanted to. Or you can just go ahead and leave the route concept right here. But I'm really looking towards the corner route with this route development right here. So one of the things too, because this guy was doing off coverage, you could see right here. This is where I did a little curl route, and I want to keep this guy honest. And right here you can see I completed that route right there like that. So just an easy completion right there. Broken tackle to actually get that because this guy was just playing man coverage off man coverage the entire game. So sprinkling in a run right here back to my play right here. And let's take a look. Let's see if I made the adjustment on this. Okay, see how I've got this guy smoked up? I did this because I want to pull this defender down, and that's going to open up this area right here and give me more leverage. So that was the adjustment that I did with this, is to get that area cleared up. And you can see, watch the corner out right there. Nobody's in the area to go and take that. If I break that tackle, that guy's going house. And you're going to see it later on in the game that I actually did that. So just go ahead and jump into this once again. You want to go ahead and make sure you blend in a run. This is actually not a good run play decision that I made right there, but I was still able to pick up some pretty cheap yards in this type of situation. Now, I think what was going on with this guy, I saw the leverage with this defender. I think he was slightly outside. So I just jumped into another play that I was considering putting in the scheme, and I actually took it out. And then the reason I was doing that is just to basically try to get the leverage over the middle. Because you've got a man read, you can actually hit that drag route, and I'm able to go ahead and get a broken tackle and pick up a first down with a broken tackle. So trying to go back to the stretch play, I actually got some pretty good blocking right there with my offensive line. And still blending the scheme together, little route right there. He got underneath it. And then let's just go ahead and take a look at the way we got this play set up. Once again, I'm going to be looking over here. This is going to be my 2 over the top, and then here's my 3 because it's going to take me a long time to develop that. So right here, you can see the whip was open, but I also another concept I want to do. I'm going to back this up again too. This is something I like to play around with, and it kind of bleeds. It kind of works into the scheme. Let's go and see if I can get back to that play real quick. So I apologize about this. This is a new tech that I'm working on. All right, so what I did with this is I put this guy on basically a whip route, and that gives me another read that I'm going to do, and I'm going to push this guy in. I'm going to motion him in, and I'm going to look for that check down right there with a whip, and then I've got the corner above it. So this is just, you know, essentially what I'm doing is I'm just trying to build off of, so see how that guy's motioning in? And then I'm going to look to him. He's going to get separation right here. He's separated. So I've got that separation right here. The running back is out here. This guy's over the top, so I'm going to be looking for this route right here, and they should be clear for me to go ahead and get that completion. So just can see how I'm able to turn that in and get into a touchdown. So it's just kind of still building off of the whip schemes and stuff like that. So this is a situation where I'm jumping into some other plays per se. So yeah, it's not really focusing on the Z spot. I think I'm just trying to push the ball up, but he pressed me in that type of situation, so I just took a shot up top. Not a very good play opportunity. I think he's in like a cover 2 coverage, and the reason he's in cover 2 is that this guy is slightly outside and this defender's slightly in, so it's telling me it's a cover 2 coverage. So I'm usually going to look for this middle post for cover 2, and I've also got this route underneath it. But against cover 2, you've got this corner route right here with this secure place. So that's one of the things we're looking for. I'm watching the post. He's using the post area right here, and this guy's falling back into it. So I could have went back down to this route right here, but it was too jumbled up right there. But you can see I looked over to the running back route. He was falling back in the zones, and this guy actually was flat-footed, and I was able to go ahead and get a completion off the backside right here. So that's what's cool about this that particular route concept. Not something I'm going to jump into too much. So here's your whip. Once again, I'm putting a smoke route right here because I want to pull this guy down. So that's the whole mentality of this route concept. Just go ahead and jump into it. I've got the whip underneath. See the separation right here with the read. So if I get the separation and there's no defender floating over here, I'm going to try to go and throw that, especially if I got my best wide receiver. And what's cool about this in these type of situations is that if you're running out of time, you've got the sideline you're going to use. So let's just go ahead and take a look. Okay, once again, this is like kind of a clinic on how we're doing this. I decided to go ahead. I think I went with a clear out route like this, just to see if I can get on the backside right here. I think I went with a clear out because he was pressing. See how this guy's pressing? That's why I wanted to see if I can get over the top. So that's why I went with a clear out route. But as you can see, I'm going for this guy right here because he's got leverage, and there's no defender that's on the outside leverage. This guy's defender on the inside leverage. So that's why I decided I threw that ball right there. Got a nice little completion and broke a tackle to get the ball down in the red zone. I actually faltered down here in the red zone. I was trying to chew the clock down. This guy kept on getting like one-play touchdowns against me, and it wasn't because he was really out scheming me or anything like that. He was getting a lot of one-play touchdowns against me because he was just doing aggressive catches, and he was catching the ball over the top. Like Barkley had like 3 touchdowns against me, and they're all just Barkley was just jumping over my defenders and coming down with some crazy balls. So I actually tried to chew the clock down as much as possible because the score was 18-7 in this type of situation. I decided to go for it because I was still going to be, if I took the 3 points, it'd still technically be down. I probably should have taken 3 points in this type of situation, but I figured I could plug it in with this particular play. And as a result, when I tried to, this guy right here catches the ball. Nobody's in the back of the end zone, but he catches it out of bounds. So that's one of the problems. Like sometimes when you play with a team that's a little bit lower ranked than 80 or something like that, they're going to have these bad type of animation type situations against you. So in the second half, I need to score quickly. He does an onside kick. This guy plays some garbage. Once again, I've got this guy smoked. I got my whip. So this is my 1, this is my 2, and this is my 3. And I think his user's right here. So I'm assuming he's going to go after the whip route. So you can see he actually goes after the whip. So I'm going to stay. I'm staying away from this area because this user's in there and he could potentially make a play. But look at the leverage. There's nobody out here. It's just wide open out here. It's just completely wide open. So that's where I'm going to go. And look, there's no that defender's pulled out of the way. So I've got these two guys trying to chase me. And this, I'm able to go house. So it's good to have, if you use this play, have a fast tight end. Fast tight end is going to help you open things up for you. So back at this play again, I threw the ball a little bit too early. I just felt, because he was going with like a very heavy set, I just got rid of that ball a little bit too early, but it's a pretty good play to use. So I'm able to get a turnover against him, give myself an opportunity to go ahead and go up on some points against him. So we're just going to go back to this scheme once again. So got this set up. Once again, I've got this guy smoked. I got my whip over here, and that's my 1. This is my 2, and this is my 3. So he kept playing the 1 and the 2, but look at the corner route. Corner route is wide open. There's a defender kind of playing down that zone, but I'm going to take the first down every time. And look, he missed tackles me. He whiffs. So I'm literally taking this. This is on the ball's on 11. I get myself, you know, a freaking 90-yard play off of this concept because this guy would not get out of man coverage. He kept using his play over and over. He kept using man coverage over and over again. So I just kept going back to this play over and over again. Here's a bad decision. This guy's playing strictly man coverage. He played man coverage down in the red zone. 2, I just play people that I just anticipate people to play the game the right way. Usually use zone in the red zone because it makes it harder to get the ball in, and not man coverage. He wasn't doing any kind of zone drops either in man coverage, so I was expecting this guy to make sensible adjustments, but he didn't. So I get another stop on defense finally, just because this guy was basically putting up points on the board for doing like lob streaks. But once again, back at it again. This is my 1, this is my 2, and this is my 3 against man coverages. Gonna go ahead and run this, and you can see the corner route is just wide open. He's never right. He's never going to be right in this particular scheme if he's going to stay in man coverages. So now he jumps into a double A gap. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle in a run play against him. Faster running back, a better running back will probably get some more yards. Here is basically my cover 3 beater. Basically, if I'm seeing a guy that's running a lot of cover 3, I'm going to go ahead and try to hit this as my first read. And then this over route was what I threw the interception a little bit earlier on. But I'm just kind of sprinkling this in to the scheme. And I think I might have considered taking a shot play off the left-hand side. Right here, he's got press coverage. You can see he's open, but I didn't highball the pass, and as a result, I get a crazy animation. But you can see that was a touchdown. If I would have got the ball over the defender, that would have been a one-play touchdown. So back at this particular play once again. Now, I think this is where I go ahead and jump. He jumped into a 6. So let's just go ahead and see. We can back up a little bit on this play. Okay, so let's see here. If I can get this correctly. I'm sorry, guys. This is new technology I'm not used to using. So let's just go ahead and take a look at this. All right, so I'm going to run this to this. All right, so once again, this is my reads with this. He switched up his defense. He actually tried to get a little bit cute on me, but this is my 1, this is my 2, and then here's my 3, where I'm going to be going with this coverage. See how this guy kind of slides out? He's got outside leverage. Usually he's going to slide in with its man coverage. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait and make a completion over the top. See how this guy kind of slides out and then comes back? I know that when he slides out, he's playing the sideline and he's going to play over the sideline. So this dig route is going to be wide open. And take a look at this guy. This guy's floating up into the corner route. This route is wide open. this route is wide open. I could check it down. I could check it down to this guy, and then I've got myself a blocker that's going to come up on the back side since this guy's floating up. All the coverage is over the top, but because I've got this whip dig route concept, my read, my hot read, my number 2 read is going to be right here. This is where I'm going to go with this particular ball right here. So you can see right there, I'm actually getting a little completion going on with this particular route. So yeah, that's what I love about Z-Spot. Z-Spot is just a really good play just to go ahead and sprinkle against your opponent. This is another play that I just sprinkle in. Look at this. See how this guy is slightly on the inside? This is something I usually tell when I've got these guys, all 4 of them, off the line by about 10 yards. And if this defender right here is shaded on the inside of the defender, that means it's usually going to be a cover 4. So it's going to be a cover 4 type coverage. And what that means is this route should be wide open. This is going to be the area that I'm going to. So let's just go ahead and see if that's the case with this coverage. Yep. See how this guy just slid out? I read this in advance. This is going to be cover 4. So I know I can throw this ball hot right here and just get rid of the ball. So, it's 1, 2, 3. I've gotten rid of that ball. I know I'm going to complete it. And then with a good wide receiver like Hopkins, he's going to get the ball down in the end zone and actually get a completion. So that's what's cool about being able to read the coverages correctly and all that stuff. So right now I'm just chewing down the clock as much as possible. I don't want to give this guy any kind of life whatsoever. Funny thing was that because this guy's entire offense was based on just glitching me and, well, not glitching me, but just getting aggressive catches for completions, we actually went into overtime in this game. So this doing Z-Spot again. This guy's out here, so this is my 1. This is my 1, and there's a defender out here. This is a no-go. I could look over the top, but this defender's right here. I don't like that. But I've got the smoke, and then I've got this corner route on the back side that I'm looking to, and I'm able to go ahead and get a completion right here with the corner route. He clicks on, but he's just too late. He doesn't have positioning, and as a result, I get a touchdown. So guys, tell me if you like this. Is this kind of like a format that you like? Do you like this whiteboard format and how I make my reads and progressions? Because I can roll out some more videos like this. This is a new thing to me. I'm not used to doing stuff like this. So let me know if you like this. If you do, give me a thumbs up. Make a comment down below. Because if you want me to, all the plays that I run, I'll show you basically my reads, my progressions. I'll even show you like my pre-snap reads and what I'm looking at and how I determine where I want to go with the ball on offense and defense. So once again, guys, thank you for your support. Until next time.